This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Jade Empire. In the last episode, we dealt with them. We talked to people, learned about some corrupted politicians, dealt with some slaves, and, well, we're going to deal with more stuff today. We also talked to a cute blind doctor. Too bad she can't see how awesome I am. And then she's like, what an a-hole. Alright, let's keep talking to these dudes before we decide if we want to join this thing, although we kind of have to if we want to at least get to the executioner's things, which technically I guess we could skip, because all we need is one of either the executioner or inquisitor, but yeah. Alright, let's go back to talking to Helpless Hand. He was going to tell us a bit more about what's going on here.
You're back, and it is a lovely day for a chat. But if you're this interested in Hapless Han, why not join the arena yourself? You're clearly trained for combat. Everyone gets excited by the thought of new styles being showcased in the pit. I'm sure you'd be a big hit.
Yes. Okay. Let's see. I think we still wanted to ask him about the Imperial City. I think is where we're at. Let's go with this one. Your ridiculous mood grates on my nerves.
That's no way to be. You need to have a positive attitude here, and in all things. Heaven provides joy for all people if only they would take it.
You're right. I forgot to say anything. I just think you take it too far. Look at your record for fights in the arena. The Mongol knows the Imperial City has Hapless is lecturing me. The mongrel known across the Imperial City as Hapless is lecturing me.
What are you trying to say? There's nothing wrong with a loss or two. Someone has to lose for someone to win.
That's a positive way to look at things. I just think you take it too far. You're desperate to justify your pathetic record. You are utterly worthless as a warrior and only barely a man.
But I... Oh, by all the 1,000 horns of the Bull of Despair, it's true, isn't it? I've been fooling myself this whole time. Maybe I should go back to being a smith. Of course, I don't see how I'd be any better at that. I mean, what's the point, really? It'll all rust or just break anyway. I'll just stay here and listen to the spectators laugh at me. You'd better go, though. No need to waste your time talking to a pathetic loser who'll never go anywhere. Go on. It might rub off, and you don't want that.
I think we broke the poor man. I assume he won't talk to us anymore?
Leave me be. I want nothing to do with you. You'd only grind my spirit further into the earth, and it's quite crushed enough.
We broke him! Nah, whoops, I need to reload that really quick. I was wanting to ask him a bit more about the city, just to get the dialogue from him, so we'll just skip the parts where we insult his manhood and everything like that. Oh, man, sometimes it's funny just to be a total complete douche, you know, just in games. Like, I would never be like that in real life, but, you know, there is a community for, like, ill humor or whatever you call it, which unfortunately nowadays, you know, not to talk about anything modern, but a lot of people are kind of a little too wear their emotions on their skin, as it were. So sometimes a lot of those jokes don't really work anymore. And I get it. If you don't like it, just don't listen to it. But I feel like we're not trying to take things on the chin more often. Like, oh, that hurts, but I can take it, you know. But that's not what we're here to talk about. I'm just kind of just bringing a point across. All right, sorry. Let's talk to him before we clearly messed with him. So we'll. How well do you know the city?
I'm sure you can find your way around, but I've been here all my life. I can tell you about the scholars, the common folk, and even a bit about the Emperor himself.
Let's see, I think I asked him about the Emperor, and then I hadn't gotten everything else, so what are your impressions of the scholars?
I like them. Half are as crazy as a drunken chicken, but they occasionally come up with some ingenious ideas, like the flyers. You'll find that the most revered scholars tend to keep to their garden. Given their lively debates, that's probably safest for the rest of us. If you're curious, the garden lies at the far side of the richer quarters of the city, across the waterway from here.
Interesting. We've already talked to them, though, so we don't have to worry about them anymore. Their quests and stuff are done. Let's hear about the commoners.
Common folk from the Imperial City consider themselves superior to all other common folk, which is just silly if you ask me. The prevailing thought is that everyone outside the city has all the culture of a sunburned ox. Aside from that, the people here are the same as everywhere else. Some good, some bad.
So, kind of like people who live in San Francisco, Los Angeles, New York. I'm not going to keep naming big U.S. cities where people act like that. So, not all people, but a lot of people do. Or just people in more, you know, heavily populated areas. Let's talk about something else. I don't think there's anything else. Okay, let's break his soul. You
What?
suck. Your manhood is terrible.
You'd better
you got a micro dick. There you go. And then we've ruined his soul. Haha. Ooh, who's this lovely lady? Pretty lady. Oh. I hate the constant push of the crowds, don't you? At least I'll be gone from here soon. That's why I cheer for Iron Soldier. He sneers at the crowds, the fighters, and even the system, and none of them can defeat him. You must be new around here. I may not care to spend time with the people who frequent this place, but I remember faces. What do you want with me? Tell me about yourself. Can I ask you some questions about the city? Tell me about yourself. Why, thinking about stealing me away from Soldier? You don't stand a chance. I need a man, not a boy. Hey, lady, I'm 3.5 years old. I actually have no idea how old my character is. I assume he's like 18 plus or whatever. I'm more of a man than Soldier ever is, and he's a quest requirement, which means I'm going to beat him easily. So you don't want to miss out on this, honey. I'll keep an eye out on things for Soldier, see. I even help him train and work out any tensions he might be feeling after the fight. And yes, folks, that is exactly what you think it means. What sort of things do you keep an eye on? How do you help him train? How suffers a lot of tension, does he? Let's change something. What sort of things do you keep an eye on? Your fighters like yourself. I also try to keep tabs on what Kai Lan, the serpent, and his goon Lucky Cho are up to. What can you tell me about Kai Lan, the serpent? He's no one to worry about. You're not important enough to catch his gaze, and if you're smart, you'll keep it that way. Tell me about Lucky Cho. People talk to Lucky Cho if they want to bet on one of the fights. He won't take silver from you if you're a fighter, or he doesn't know you very well. Huh. One thing about insider gambling, not going to happen here. Interesting. Cho collects on his bets the hardest way possible. It's a bad idea to cross him. Feel free to test his patience if you don't believe me. I can test his patience and win, honey. Can we talk to you about you and Soldier again? What do you want to talk about? Let's see. We already asked him about what do you keep an eye on. So, how do you help Soldier train? I help him any way he needs me. I've even started to learn some of his styles, though. I'm not long from his skill. Not many can match him. Well, why not? If you're helping him with it, why not learn a few tricks of your own? Soldier suffers from a lot of tension, does he? Let's say that my treatment methods are more unorthodox than Dr. Ann's, but no less effective. They're much more enjoyable as well. You'll never find out, though. I don't waste my time on young men. You're all too excitable. Oh, how old are you? Are you a cougar? The fact that I can't have you makes you more excitable as well. Anyway, let's change the subject entirely. Why by me? Can I ask you questions about the city? I've got better things to do than discuss the city. If you want to know about it, buy the Outcrier is usually barking outside this building. He's paid to be full of useless information. Well, alright. Talk to you later. I should get back to what I was doing. Off you go, Soldier, and I have things to discuss. What, like new things to perform, if you know what I mean? Alright, Iron Soldier, I'm supposed to beat you as part of a quest line. You're gonna be prepared to get knocked down, son. John Cena!
Another pathetic gawker here to bask in the glory that is Iron Soldier, the Silver Division champion? What in all the Empire do you want?
What in all the Empire do I want? I want to see your head mounted to a wall, or hit the head with an iron, or a chair. No, I want you to change your tone. No, I want to ask you 4 questions. Do you think I'll let this insult pass?
I think you have no choice. This place is locked down tighter than the Emperor's palace. You wouldn't last a moment against the number of guards hanging around this place.
I learned about the guards the hard way. Of course, they learned about me, too.
Just leave me alone. I don't talk to spectators.
Well, if Black Whirlwind had some trouble with it, I guess I should heed his advice in this one instance. Do you have anything else to say?
You again? Go beg for someone else's time. I have no reason to talk to mere spectators.
He'll probably talk to you as soon as he, I bet he'll talk to you when you become an actual combatant or participant. So, alright, let's meet the lovely Crimson Kana. You already look like I shouldn't get to know you well, but I'm going to risk it anyway. Oh boy. Greetings, I am Princess Kana, known as the Prosperous East from my swordsmanship. I came here to test my abilities, but have found my will and purity of spirit tested as well. Forgive me, I should not speak so to a spectator. If you have questions, you should ask Kui, the promoter. Well, despite looking dangerous, she doesn't act like a jackass, so at least there's that. Clearly dislike this place. Why not leave? That's all I want to ask you. You clearly dislike this place. Why not just leave? Your mind, spirit, and body must all be tested. You can achieve peace in a garden, but you earn it on the battlefield. Goals reached without trial are not so easily kept. That makes a certain kind of sense. Do you think about such boring drivel all the time? Pathetic. Do we want to antagonize her? Yeah, we are kind of a dick ourselves, so... I see no need to rise to your taunts. I've come to accept that most people do not care to understand my philosophy. Perhaps we should change the subject. Sounds like you're trying to compensate for something. Did your father dress you as a boy when you were little? Oh, God. Yes. That is exactly what I'm talking about. This place draws scum to it as dunghill pulls flies. Leave me. I will not waste more time with you. Yeah, we insulted her to a point she didn't want to talk to us. Makes sense. As a hunter does not waste words on animals, so I will not spend my breath on you. Oh, well. We weren't here to make friends anyway. Now let's check to the Sung brothers, see if they have anything to say. Sung Boo, are you related to Lu Bu?
You're nice, but I think you should talk to Bo, not me.
Alright, well, we'll talk to Bo last then. Sui, I assume you're the wizard. You've got the hat for the job.
Now is not a good time to speak with me. You may try my brother, Bo.
I've heard your voice actor before a couple of times.
I'm sorry. You would speak with the Sung brothers? We have no time for simple gawkers. Why not bother someone like hapless Han? He's always willing to waste time with the spectators.
Cast the stones, brother. The 6 triangles of portent indicated that new competition would advance our goals.
Did they really? Surprising. Well then, it seems my brother and the Fates would encourage you to participate in the arena. You should speak with Kui, the promoter. Until you prove yourself, leave us be.
This the arena actually can be kind of tough depending on your levels and everything like that. So keep that in mind. Not all of them are tough, just the final little bit. So I don't think there's anything else I can. Okay. No, all right. Let's join because of course we have. Well, actually we don't have to, but I want to because I want to, get experience and all that other fun stuff. All right, Kui, let's do this.
As sure as a dog will scratch where the flea bites, I knew you would return. Fighting's in your blood, and you'll itch until you test yourself in this grand contest. Testing yourself against the finest in the Empire. What else could a young man dream of? What say we get you signed up for the greatest attraction in all the Empire? The arena awaits.
I like when you talk to him, he assumes you're going to join because the game knows you want to. We already asked about the rules. I don't think there was anything else I knew. Okay. I want to join the arena.
That's the spirit of the thing. Now, what name precedes you in your travels?
What was the game from KOTOR? The Mysterious Stranger? I don't think that's an actual option. No. That would have been awesome if the Mysterious Stranger was an option just as a reference to BioWare's other game. I am called Vauldemare. I'd rather keep that to myself. I am Egregious Prevaricator, respected scholar and grower of pipeweed. I'm shocked you haven't heard of me.
I've heard that one before. Have you any idea how many bored students peramputate down here from the Scholar's Garden? Think of something that would sound engaging, ringing down from the rafters. That's how we'll bill you.
Raging Dragon. Bill me, see, I'm going to call Raging Dragon. Silver Phoenix. Some call me Tiger Lifts the Mountain. I'm a fan of dragons, so I want to be called Raging Dragon.
Raging Dragon, huh? Sounds fast and powerful. I like it. Are you positive that's what you want?
By the way, it doesn't matter what you're actually called. It's just when they announce you in the auditorium what people call you in here. That's all. So, Silver Phoenix would be cool. I would have called myself Silver Phoenix. I was doing an open palm harmony build, but I like the dragon just because I think dragons are cool, man. Don't judge me. Yes, that's what I want.
Then that is what you shall have. Come and tell me when you're ready for a fight, and I'll get you started. Since you're new, you'll start in the qualifying rounds. The money's small at that level, but it's there. Any other questions?
That's all I need to know.
One other thing. You should talk to the other fighters now and then. They will be watching you, and you should get to know them as well.
Not me. I'd rather put up with Soldier than your gloom.
I've been trying to make Han stop talking to me forever. I could almost respect you if you weren't lodged so very close to the bottom of the heap.
As you can see, they always have something to say.
Well, not Han anymore after I broke his soul. So, yeah, unfortunately, I won't be getting any extra dialogue from him. And probably not the lady as well because I insulted them. So, oh well. I'm not saying they'd have super unique dialogue, but it would have been like during the arena fights during KOTOR 1 and 2 when you did those. They would just have like a line of dialogue or something like that. But, you know, that's what happens when you're a dick. Tell me about my first fight. What can you tell me about the champion of my division? What can you tell me about the champion of my division?
Han isn't a champion exactly, but he's solid enough that all fighters must beat him before they can leave the qualifiers. I like hapless Han personally. He never quits trying. Reminds me of a young me trying to clamber my way up from the streets. He'll go far, you rest assured.
Not unless he talked to me and I broke his brain. Tell me about my... Let's see. I think we asked him all the questions about the arena, didn't we?
I'm always happy to share some history with this arena's greatest fighters. Would you like to hear some of the tales?
Oh, has he got some stories? Yeah, sure. Certainly, go ahead.
The first thing to know is that this arena was founded under the auspices of Sagacious Tien himself. The Emperor's blessings rest upon this place as the one true test of martial skill in the Empire. Interestingly, while we call it the arena commonly, its full name is the Trials of the 7 Gladiatorial Schools of Beneficient Light. A bound volume of the finest parchment contains the arena's rules. This tome holds over 3,000 rulings, the first dating back to the birth of the arena.
Jeez. I am not going to be saying the full title as much as I would like to. I might have to look over my video notes. I might name the episode that just for fun. Why is the full name not commonly used anymore? I have a pretty good idea.
Besides the name being unwieldable by the tongue, largely due to inaccuracy, there are far more than 7 schools recognized across the Empire now. Further, the Order of Beneficent Light disbanded hundreds of years ago. They are no longer the governing body of martial education, so these are not their trials anymore. Still, we hold on to the name as a reminder of the glory days.
I like nostalgia, a hell of a drug. Does the Emperor still play an active role in the arena?
Many emperors have graced this place with their presence from a secure private viewing room. Our current emperor has not shown as much interest in the past decade or so. When he was younger, Emperor's son was a regular attendant, but I'm sure the years have stolen away the time he once made for us.
Yeah, he seems to have been kept to himself quite often recently. That seems to be a common trend. I wonder, how does anyone keep track of that many rules? 3,000? I love you 3,000, daughter. Or, I love you 3,000. Yeah, whatever.
No one knows them as well as I do, and that's likely for the better. Technically, we're supposed to lead a donkey around the fighting surface before each match. I consider that to be one of the tradition's best overlooked. Enough asses wander the streets around this building these days that I expect my predecessor's spirits will be satisfied.
You have a good point. Let's talk about something else.
What?
Tell me about my next fight.
For your first match, we'll start you off against a mighty ogre. I'll be watching your style closely to see how you fare. Impress me, and I'll take you to the top. Even our great champions start out against the ogre. Take Raging Ox, who danced around the beast singing drunkenly to earn the crowd's favor, or the Ravager, who defeated him in a single blow. I should take a moment and explain the system we use here.
Sounds like Raging Ox and the Ravager were awesome dudes. Each of like one side of a coin or a palm, as it were. Anyway, I'll figure it out as long as I go. Let's go to the fight. I shouldn't, but technically my character would say no, but let's just go ahead and do it anyway, just for funsies. Yes, please explain the procedures here.
I like to keep things simple and organized. Any other way, and things get more convoluted than the celestial court on the Emperor's birthday. When you're ready for your match, ask me about it, and I'll give you a quick summary of your opponent. I'll be setting up your matches, of course. Various enchantments woven in this place keep the fights from being deadly, but they're no less real. You'll feel the pain if you don't keep your defense up. Are you ready to get started?
And by the way, as far as I remember, I think you're here. I think you do all these by yourself, so it doesn't matter what companion you are, or what mode they're in. They can't help you, even if they're in passive mode, as far as I'm aware of. Yeah, I remember the ogre being easy to fight. I think. Anyway, yes, let's begin.
Excellent. Follow me, and we'll get you ready for your next match.
All right. Hapless Hand, the unofficial champion of the qualifying division, who will no longer talk to me because I just tried to beat him down, kept beating him and going, and then I had to make fun of his manhood. Like I said, sometimes being a dick in a game is fun. That's why I like BioWare's old writing team when it came to, like, at least KOTOR 1 and this game. Obsidian did a decent job on 2, I thought, even though I didn't play Dark Side in that one, but I remember it being pretty fun for the most part. I mean, despite you being a douche.
A new warrior does battle with the Beast.
The Beast. Yeah, see, there's like no... Oh, that's right, okay. I think they're strong against weapons, too, I think. Oh, nope. Here you go. Bye. Oh, man. I love Mirabelle. It's awesome. Does a crap load of damage. Yeah, it uses up a ton of focus, but if you're just... Now, it's not going to work on, like, fights with, like, a ton of groups or a super boss or whatever, but, like, this small stuff... True, it's probably not best to waste all your focus, because focus can be used to slow down time and everything like that, so it's a toss-up. I like choosing Mirabelle as the win every time, even if you never use it, just because I think it's funny to see a martial artist, you know, the whole point is martial arts, and yet you use a big-ass arquebus for at the, you know, like the last half of the game, because it is about halfway through the game when you get the arquebus, when you get to this weapon, so... But yeah, I would say we're about halfway.
Impressive beginning. Normally, I'd have started you off against something easier, but you practically ooze potential. You've caught the eyes of the other fighters as well. Go ask them if you don't believe me.
I wasn't watching.
Ha! You're still sore about hearing the truth, aren't you? You'll live, Han. Beating the ogre's nothing special. I could have done better bound and blinded.
Sometimes you don't even need to ask. One fight does not make a champion, though. There are many more opponents ahead of you. Let's move on, shall we?
All right, let me go out for now just to see if Han will actually say anything to me. I'll get back to you later, Key.
Be sure to return when you're ready to continue your climb through the qualifying round.
All right, we gained some experience and silver for our efforts. Hey, dude.
Leave me be. I want nothing to do. You'd only grind my spirit.
Okay, yeah, you'll never talk to me ever again. At least not in the regular sense.
You look a shade better than the usual cowardly dogs we get through here. Just a shade, though. So you've earned the right to talk to me. Lucky you. Iron Soldier's the name, though everyone just calls me Soldier. You may as well do the same. If I waste time talking to you, it's because I can respect that you're prepared to lose terribly in the arena.
Eyes up, soldier! Anyway, I want to talk to you a question. Are you always this belligerent?
Given half the chance, yes. If you can't handle it, you don't need to talk to me. There are some people who call the way I operate walking the low path, but they're fools.
Oh, I already know about that, but sure. Tell me more about the low path.
Talking about the low path is an attempt to deride the philosophy of those of us who see the truth. There's no real altruists in this world, just people who explain their actions with reasons that are easily palatable to the masses. I refuse to kowtow to those kind of lies. I'm a warrior. People either challenge me and grow stronger, or run away like weaklings.
That sounds like a Dragon Ball Z way of thinking of things, or at least Goku anyway. I guess I can sort of respect that. He's basically like, don't talk to all these philosophers. It's either this or that, dude. So, That philosophy can't earn you many friends.
Like I care. It's in my nature to rail against simpering fools, and by being true to the discord I cause, I'm made that much stronger. That's all there is to it. I'm not here to hash this over with you. If you want that, go bother the scholars or one of those saps in the Black Leopard School on the hill.
Oh, I already took care of the Black Leopard School. I already found out that their leader was a ghost who wouldn't die, and then I decided to banish him, and I learned an ability from that. So, I want to ask you some questions.
Haven't you figured it out yet? I don't like you. You're nothing more than a worm, and I don't talk to worms. Now go on and leave me alone. We've got nothing to talk about.
Wait till I beat your ass. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Soldier!
Good. Go bother someone else.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty easy, too, if I remember correctly. Do you have anything to say? You managed to win your last match, didn't you? Don't let go to your head. Okay, that's all she's got. Alright, you probably won't talk to me because oh, she disappeared. Huh, where'd she go? Did she just, leave because I insulted her? That's interesting. I don't think I've ever had that happen before where the Crimson Lady just left. I wonder if it's because I insulted her or something like that. Huh. Well then, she just left. Okay, that's probably why she wasn't talking. Either that or the game didn't glitch or anything like that, right? It's not like she's not there. No, she's just not there. Huh. Okay. Let's see. Do the Sun Brothers anything to say?
The brothers Sung greet our fellow combatant warmly. I am Sung Bo. This is my little brother Boo, and my older brother Sui.
Do not bother me. Introductions merely clutter the mind.
I don't think they was bothering you, Sui. It's Bo being talked to.
Do not worry too much about us, though. There are many fights between you and the Sung brothers, but we shall humor your questions.
Well, now you'll talk to me now that I'm an actual participant, huh? I'm growing tired of having 3 conversations. Even if you can't find one, you should be able to talk alone. Can we talk about some of the other fighters here?
You'll only deal with the lower ranks at this point. Bother us about fighters when you advance to a respectable level.
Let's talk about the city in general.
We don't know nothing about the army.
Please excuse Brother Boo. He occasionally feels the need to speak on things to which he has not given his full attention.
So he's clearly an idiot, but I still want my questions answered.
We should not discuss the city, brother, while we are within its bounds.
Do the stars show the dragons in ascension again? Then we should not speak of the city for now. The very topic is risky. Please accept our apologies. I'm certain one of the others would be happy to tell you about the city.
If they're worried about it, it must sound like they just don't have nice things to say about it. I'm growing tired of having 3 conversations. Even if you can't fight alone, you should be able to talk alone.
How dare you mock our family unity?
Indeed. We deal with enough ignorance of the ancient ways and customs of the Empire. We do not need additional abuse.
That's right, Brother Sui. I don't like ancient people either.
Forget it anyway. Let's go back to my business. Perhaps if you stopped wasting your time worrying about ancient sages and myths, you'd feel better.
No time spent in study of the ancient ways is lost. Time with you, however, seems as if consumed by the devourers of moments that figured so prominently in the writings of Peng the Unpunctual. The Brother Sung will waste no more time with you.
And once again, my pissy attitude has gotten another group of people to not talk to me anymore.
You were mean to us. I don't want to talk to you.
Your negativity is not welcome here. It disrupts far too much.
Ah, be gone. The Brother Sung will waste no words on a boorish competitor.
Yeah, fortunately, by being a dick like that, we basically cut off a ton of conversation we can unlock later, so, oh well. I say it's all in character, dude.
While I cannot see you, your appearances are hard to ignore. Welcome again. Are you here for a treatment or simple socializing?
Do you love what you cannot see, my dear? No, I don't. Okay, she doesn't have anything new. Okay. I didn't mean to cut that off, so, well, I think I was about to do another fight, but that'll take me over, which I could do. But yeah, so by pissing off everyone for the rest of the tournament, when we do beat something, we can't talk to them about anything. They'll just be like, "Leave us alone." So Yeah. Although I think that option was put in there for people who just don't want to talk to him and go on with the thing, so which I think is kind of funny. But I think it makes sense for a closed fist conversation. So anyway, we've made our debut as the Raging Dragon, beating the ogre quite easily with a big-ass gun. And we've pissed off everyone in the group here who will no longer talk to us, but we are far above them, and our skill will show it. So, in the next episode of Jade Empire, we'll continue to climb the ranks, show our skill, and show these Neanderthals what the glorious strategist has taught us. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.